This video was sponsored by Wondershare. Dr. Phone Switch Toolkit is a one-click solution that allows you to copy data from one phone to another. In this video, I will compare the Huawei Mate 20 Pro with the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. Some may say this comparison is not fair because the Galaxy S9 Plus was released back in February, but it is still one of the Samsung's flagship devices that I've been using since the official launch. As usual, I'll take a look at the main features, pros and cons of each device, and I'll try to answer the question, which phone is best for you? Once you put the Mate 20 Pro next to the Galaxy S9 Plus, it's really hard to tell the difference, which phone is which, because they look very similar. I'm not going to argue if one company copied another company's design, but I have to tell you that both devices look premium and they are well built. Both phones are comfortable to hold in the hand, but I would give the Mate 20 Pro a slight edge due to more polished edges on the metal frame and slightly smaller footprint. I also found the Mate 20 Pro to attract less fingerprints than the Galaxy S9 Plus thanks to a hyper optical pattern design. Even though some may assert that the Mate 20 Pro looks like a Samsung phone, there are quite a few subtle but at the same time significant differences. The first one is the display with a notch. Before you start hating on the notch, you can always hide it if you don't like it. Secondly, the Mate 20 Pro has a larger screen that is implemented into a smaller body than the Galaxy S9 Plus, which is quite impressive. Samsung is usually the king of smartphone displays, and the panel on the Galaxy S9 Plus is still one of the best as it is super sharp and crisp. However, the Mate 20 Pro has the display that has a higher resolution, and it is really hard to tell the difference which phone has a better panel. Both screens are vibrant, bright, punchy, and have good contrast. We all know Samsung for amazing screens, and S9 Plus is a great example, but the Mate 20 Pro has the best display Huawei has ever used in their phone, and it looks like a Samsung panel. The Mate 20 Pro has a significantly larger battery, but the phone is almost the same thickness as the Samsung's flagship. That battery performs much better than on the S9 Plus. You can get almost double of the screen on time on the Mate 20 Pro. My record screen on time on the Galaxy S9 Plus is about 6 hours, whereas I could get over 10 hours of SOT on the Mate 20 Pro. The difference is quite significant, I would say. Check out full reviews of each phone for more details. Other major differences are in the battery charging department. You can charge the Mate 20 Pro in just under 1 hour, whereas it takes about 1.5 hours to fully charge the Galaxy phone. Both devices support wireless charging, but the Mate 20 Pro takes it to another level. First of all, the new Mate provides 15 watts of power output. What's more interesting is that the device works as a wireless charging pad, which lets you charge other phones. The Galaxy S9 Plus has a dual camera system that has a regular and telephoto lens. The highlights of the setup include variable aperture lens on the main camera and optical image stabilization in both sensors. On the back on the Mate 20 Pro, you can find an upgraded Leica camera setup that now consists of regular, telephoto, and wide-angle cameras. This system supports AIS, or Huawei's AI image stabilization, that combines optical and electronic image stabilization. The Huawei phone also has more megapixels on the front-facing camera, but the S9 Plus has a wider aperture lens. The Mate 20 Pro has a fingerprint scanner that is implemented under the display, and it works really well. The S9 Plus has the scanner on the back, which is also fast and accurate. Huawei improved the face recognition feature on the Mate 20 Pro, and it is now called 3D Face Unlock. It works really well in any lighting conditions, and I don't really use the fingerprint scanner that much. The Face Unlock feature on the S9 Plus works quite well, but is much slower and less reliable that I ended up turning it off. Now, other key similarities and differences as quickly as possible. Both phones have LED notification light, always on display feature, nice and clicky buttons, and both devices are water and dust resistant thanks to IP68 certification. The Galaxy S9 Plus has a headphone jack that provides great sound quality. In fact, this phone has a significantly better volume output than the Mate 20 Pro when compared to listening experience using the USB Type-C dongle that is supplied in the retail packaging. In addition, the overall sound quality is better on the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus, but the Mate 20 Pro is very good too. Both phones have hybrid dual SIM card slots, but the Mate 20 Pro uses nano memory cards, which is a new standard introduced by Huawei, meaning that you would need to buy proprietary memory cards for storage expansion, whereas the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus uses standard microSD cards. The Mate 20 Pro has an IR blaster, whereas the S9 Plus lacks this feature. The Mate 20 Pro is the first phone that has the speaker implemented in the USB Type-C port. Paired with another speaker that is embedded in the earpiece, you're looking at a great sounding system. However, speakers on the Galaxy S9 Plus are much better. They can get much louder, there is more depth, crispness, and separation. Here are a few audio samples. In terms of hardware, both phones are quite similar. The main difference is that the Mate 20 Pro uses a 7nm chipset, whereas the Galaxy S9 Plus has a CPU that is built using 10nm process. In theory, Huawei's chipset should be more powerful and more battery efficient. In practice, the Mate 20 Pro is faster when it comes to loading time of certain 3D games. Other than that, both phones assure excellent gaming performance, no matter what kind of games you play. However, the Mate 20 Pro remains cold to the touch even after 30 minutes of gaming, whereas the Galaxy S9 Plus gets a little bit warm. On the other hand, neither phone has overheating issues. When it comes to the user interface, the Mate 20 Pro ships with the Android 9, but it has Huawei's EMUI skin built on top of it. The Galaxy S9 Plus still runs on Android 8.0, which is quite a shame for Samsung for not updating the phone's software. The user interface on each phone is quite different, but at the same time similar, since both UIs have a lot of features and customization options that I have already covered in my detailed reviews. As far as speed and responsiveness, both phones are very fast and fluid, and it's hard to tell which phone is the winner in this department. Both devices offer true flagship-grade performance. When it comes to the daylight image quality, the Galaxy S9 Plus usually takes sharper images that have more detail. However, the Mate 20 Pro's pictures also have a lot of resolved detail, but images have punchier colors and higher contrast. Eventually, it all comes to your personal preference, as both phones are one of the best in the mobile photography game. While the Galaxy S9 Plus takes excellent 2x zoom pictures, the Mate 20 Pro has a lot more versatility by providing 3x optical and 5x hybrid zoom. Further, the Mate 20 Pro has a secret gun that is called wide-angle camera. 16mm lens allows you to capture the same scene from entirely different perspective. This is easily my favorite lens of the Mate 20 Pro, and I use it most of the time. Portrait shots look very good on each phone, as the subject or object is nicely separated from the background. Both phones can take sharp and detailed selfies. Well, pictures taken with the Mate 20 Pro may look even too sharp for my taste, especially if you completely turn off the beauty mode. Selfie portraits look better on the Mate 20 Pro. In addition, you can choose from quite a few different background blur effects. On the other hand, portrait shots on the Galaxy S9 Plus look really good too. The Galaxy S9 Plus is very good in low light, but after taking quite a few pictures side by side with the Mate 20 Pro, I can say that the latter phone takes more detailed images with less noise. In addition, a dedicated night mode takes low light photography to the next level. I can't assert that you will always get a perfect shot, but usually the results will simply amaze you. This is probably the best smartphone camera for night photography. However, I don't recommend you using zoom cameras in poor light, at least for now when the phone still runs on an early software build. Both cameras can shoot nice looking 4K video. However, the Galaxy S9 Plus wins in this department because the footage is sharper, continuous autofocus is more reliable, and image stabilization works better. In addition, only the Galaxy S9 Plus can shoot 4K video at 60 frames per second. The Mate 20 Pro's video is nice and smooth, there is plenty of detail, but there is a visible jello effect caused by electronic image stabilization. I hope that Huawei fixes this with the future software updates. On the other hand, the 1080p video looks really nice and smooth, and there is no jello effect. The Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus shoots better quality and higher resolution video using a front-facing camera. The footage is sharper and less processed. Also, the sound recording quality is better on the S9 Plus.
And I'm recording the video while holding the phone in one hand, so I'm not using any stabilization tools whatsoever. I'm recording a video using a front-facing camera, and I'm recording at the maximum resolution, which is 2K.
Slow motion video looks better on the Galaxy S9 Plus, and you can record videos in 1080p at 240 frames per second, whereas the Mate 20 Pro maxes out at 720p at 960 frames per second. As expected, both the Mate 20 Pro and the Galaxy S9 Plus are excellent in the connectivity department. Signal reception is great on both phones, call quality is excellent, GPS is very accurate, Bluetooth and NFC work fine. Finally, both phones have plenty of sensors on board. So here it is, the Huawei Mate 20 Pro versus the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. Both devices are one of the best the money can buy, but let's take a look which phone is best for you. Both phones have a nice and premium design, excellent display, flagship grade overall performance, one of the best cameras, plenty of connectivity options, and so on. However, the Mate 20 Pro has a more versatile camera system that can take wonderful pictures in any light, a larger battery that assures significantly better battery life, and it can be recharged faster using either the supplied super fast charger or wirelessly. Moreover, the phone has a reverse wireless charging feature, an innovative in-display fingerprint scanner, much faster facial recognition, and IR blaster. In addition, the Mate 20 Pro is a bit more comfortable to hold in the hand due to curvier and smaller body. Finally, the Huawei phone ships with a newer version of Android. The Galaxy S9 Plus also has excellent cameras that can record higher quality 4K video at 60 frames per second, selfie and slow motion video also look better. What's more, the phone has better loudspeakers, a headphone jack that provides slightly better audio quality, and a microSD card slot. At the end of the day, the Huawei Mate 20 Pro is a better phone. In fact, this is one of the best and the most complete smartphones the money can buy at the moment, if you're willing to shell out about 1,000 euros. On the other hand, the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus may lack quite a few features the Huawei phone has, but it is still one of the best flagships of 2018 that costs $200 or even $300 less. Now the word from the sponsor of this video, Wondershare. With the Dr. Phone Switch tool, we can move data with one click, and it's a simple click-through process. You can move data between devices with different operating systems, for example, iOS to Android, whether it is a phone or a tablet, transfer contacts, text messages, photos, videos, music, and many other file types. Finally, the Dr. Phone Switch tool is compatible with Android 8 and the latest iOS 12. Make sure to check out the video description if you want to try this awesome app yourself. So what do you guys think? Would you choose the Huawei Mate 20 Pro or would you pick the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus? As always, use the comment section down below, like the video if you liked it, drop me a comment if you have any questions, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, it was Linus, thank you for watching and see you soon.